Hey guys, I found this undiscovered PS2 game. Oh wait. Hello fans from Wheelchair Gang, Tharries here, and welcome to another rant. I don't mean to be ranting constantly, but I needed to get something off my chest. So a couple of days ago, we had some new trailers for the Daleks animated series that's going to be releasing on YouTube November 12th. And I've got to be honest, it looks terrible from a visual perspective. It looks really, really bad. And I've seen this compulsion by some people to be like, oh, well, it's a free thing. Can't criticise a free thing, probably done on limited budget and limited resources and limited what have you, so you can't really criticise it. My response to that would be, have you seen some of the Dalek animations? I'm just going to play you a short clip from my personal favourite, Dalek Tales, the sequel that was released in 2019. Now compare that to the recently released Dalek trailer. Do you see what I'm trying to say? It just looks decades behind. As people have said, it looks like something straight out of like the 90s or early 2000s when 3D animation was kind of in its infancy, and I do think fans have a right to complain. I'm sorry. Here's a question for all you people who say it's not okay to complain. Do you guys complain on YouTube videos? Do you write negative comments? If you guys have done that, then why does the BBC get an excuse? A multi-million-pound corporation. Why should they get a free pass? If anything, they have more resources than any fan creator ever has or ever will have. So I don't think that the whole, oh, they've got limited funds is a viable excuse for how the animation looks. I'm not saying, I don't want Pixar quality, I don't want Toy Story 4 level where you see each individual follicle of rain dropping on the faces. I'm not asking for that. I just think, I don't know, a little bit more care could have been put into this, even if they had to delay it. And I know that people have said they work to strict timelines, I get that, and I get that it must be very stressful to work in that sort of environment. But personally, I think for your flagship villain, this is the flagship villain of Doctor Who Daleks, they deserve a bit better. This is their first solo series, something that Terry Nation has wanted for years, and they finally get it, and it just looks bad. I'm sorry. I've seen people try and defend it and say it's free, but at the end of the day, YouTube videos are free, and people still criticise those, so I don't see why the BBC should get a free pass. At the end of the day, they post something on a public forum, we are allowed to criticise it, and people shouldn't be made to feel bad for criticising something that they don't like the look of. It's normal. It's a human response. Not everyone can like everything. There seems to be this weird thing on Twitter. I'm not calling anyone out specifically, it's just something I've noticed. There seems to be this weird thing on Twitter in particular, where it's like everyone's in that Doctor Who episode, The Happiness Patrol, where everyone's got this really sort of thinly veiled idea of what happiness is, and it's all sunshine and rainbows, but you dig just a little bit deeper and you see how dark and sort of depressing it all is. Or, I suppose even more accurately, the Series 10 episode, Smile. The robots in that episode can only recognise if someone is happy if they're smiling all the time. And if they're not, then they killed them. That's the sort of premise of Smile. It kind of reminds me of that. You don't always have to be happy with things. It doesn't make you toxic or wrong or bad. It just means that you're not happy with something, and that's fine. I hate this thing now where you can't criticise something without being called, you know, not my doctor or you know, or a sexist or whatever it is, whatever term they use. And look, I get it. There are some really toxic people in the fandom. I understand that. I've dealt with a lot of them. But I think trying to say that you're not allowed to criticise something because it's free, as I said, YouTube videos are free. Hell, even review copies that reviewers get, or like critics, they get stuff for free. Are they not meant to complain about stuff? That was made by a corporation under a deadline. Is it not okay for them to do it? I don't know. I think it's a bit silly. I think people should be allowed to criticise what they want to criticise. Obviously, don't be mean about it. Make sure that your points are substantiated and aren't just That's shit, and blah, 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 and a bunch of buzzwords that really mean nothing. At least make sure that your arguments are substantiated with, like, some semblance of fact, but I don't think that should be something that should be vilified. I just don't. Again, not calling out anyone in particular. You know what? If you're excited, fine. Like, that's the thing. I'm not going to be like, I just think it's shit, and I don't think you should be able to enjoy it. Of course I'm not going to say that. If you enjoy it, have at it, go nuts. I don't think it looks good. I don't think the free thing is an excuse when we have things like Dalek Tales, which I showed earlier, that look fantastic and was made by one guy who probably has far less resources than the BBC. And yes, he may not have had a deadline, but there were far more obstacles in his way. What about copyright? The BBC has access to all the copyrighted material they want. Fans don't, because if fans try and put copyrighted material in their videos, guess what happens? The BBC takes it. They either take all the money or they take it down, which is what happened. I was actually going to post some behind the scenes footage of the TV movie, something that the BBC has made no effort to release themselves, and yet I, wasn't able to do that, which is fine. They are within their legal right technically, but it was just a bit annoying. But that's where that video, why it's not up. I just think that in this day and age we should be able to criticise what we want, and I don't think people should be made to feel wrong for criticising something. But I mean, I don't know, I'm just a guy who shouts into his camera, what do I know? But if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, comment down below your thoughts, and subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.